not stop ourselves from when the fuck we
Thank
die.
you.
We're gonna
Thank you.
Die, actually.
Thank you, Remy.
No
When
one,
it's your time to go,
you
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 are
gonna go.
going.
Yeah, but nobody actually
Even if
wants
you
to
on a
die.
machine, even if you on a machine, even if you is
even if you wouldn't, even if you just the situation just fucking happened.
Okay,
the
so
other
when
side.
it comes to like your last straw, you gotta ask yourself
Man,
internally. Like when it comes to your last straw, you have to have somebody to speak for you, to say, hey, you know what? They're not
that
going to get the
I
same type of lifestyle they had before.
I
You
get
have to
that.
put that. You have to put that into consideration. They're
That's putting man over destiny, and
and that's sad to do.
man do not go over destiny when
But
you
that's
can
the
have.
mom's point to do. That's the moms that's doing
Yeah,
that.
but
It's
you could
not
have all the intervention you want, and you could have the will to survive and will to live. When it's your time, when your number get called, you are you are called up. You're going to die. Like, I don't know why that's a point of contention at all. That you're when it's time for you to die, you gonna die.
and
Nobody
that's
like death.
okay. That's okay. But I'm trying to figure out what perspective are you coming from? That's what I'm trying to find out real quick.
I
Like
think you and
DJ and
Mimi are
Remy.
on the same
I'm trying to
page.
find out that perspective real quick.
I think you and Mimi are on the same page. I think I'm just disagreeing with y'all. Right? Like, and y'all can attest to this, right? Um, People give doctors more credit than themselves. I know people who years later found out that they wasn't sick at all and doctors diagnosed them with shit. But since they give doctors so much fucking credit and put them over themselves, and the reason why doctors have a God complex is because they accept some shit that they didn't actually have. So the same way they could accept that is the same way a doctor could come in the room and say you have 3 days to live and a motherfucker die in 3 days, right? Because they give them more power than themselves and they accept it. Also, a lot of us give our family power, right? Their opinions of us mean the world to their approval, their all of that shit. So this person whose opinion means everything to you, you have every hope and know you're gonna live. And they come over your hospital bed and they cry and they talk about losing you. You can't tell me that doesn't play into that person's psyche and push them over the edge to the end. You get what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people that was gonna fucking make it and was perfectly fine and was getting let go, released from the fucking hospital, and so came to visit them and they ain't here no more.
And I would honestly say to that, stop giving people that God complex. Because the hardest thing is when people don't have their affairs in order. They do not have their affairs in order. And that be the biggest thing in a hospital, when you don't have your affairs in order. Because it's the saddest story. I'm not going to share this because that's going to be a HIPAA violation. But have your affairs in order. That's the number one thing I could say to somebody. Have your affairs in order. Have somebody that's there for you to speak for you. Because if you don't have nobody that's there, they don't care. If you don't have nobody that's there, they don't care. Point blank. And I'm going to say this to you honestly, as a person that works on people day in and day out, and it makes my heart cry. If you don't have somebody that's there, they don't care who you have. So have somebody. I don't care if it's like your sibling, if it's your mom, your dad, your your brother, your sister, have somebody that's there. Because if they're not there, they do not care. And when I say they, everyone in this room understands what I mean by that. Because I had to deal with this day in and day out. And day in and day out. I walk out every day with a smile on my face, knowing that they don't care. And I'm gonna land
Let
my
me
plane.
ask you, Mimi, when you, let's just say, if you encounter somebody who has nobody there, right? And you seem like the type of person that would advocate, does it make a difference when you step in?
It does not make a difference when I step in because I have no legal counsel over that. So if I don't have no legal counsel, I can't say nothing. All I can do is like, do you really want to do that? Do you really? Is that really a smart thing to do? That's all I can say. Do you really want to do that? Then my job is at jeopardy. So it's like, do you really want to do that? All I can do is make them think deeper. But it's only so much I can do because once you
I respect
sign,
that.
you, like people go to signing contracts, they go to signing stuff. They don't know what they signing. They don't read the paperwork, and it's like, well, you just you just signed your organs away. What can I do? And I gotta shut up. That's it. I'm just here to do my job. That's it.
I respect that. But again, as far as adults, with everything you just said, you don't think that people's death is in their control?
No, if they don't have nobody to speak for them, no, they don't. Once you under anesthesia, anybody can get it.
I hear what you're saying, but what I'm saying is like I don't know. I don't know. I don't think most people are going to take credit for it. And I do think that it's a really it could be a very emotional topic, right? But I don't know. Like, let me ask this to everybody. Do you think that you have a greater chance of living longer taking accountability for being able to control your death? Or do you think you have an ability to live longer thinking that death is out of your control?
Oh, let me give my answer because I didn't get to give my thing. I think y'all seem to be on opposing sides. I agree with you, Kelly. I think that you have taken your life and taking accountability for your life and just anything in your life, period. I think you would fare better. I don't think anybody could disagree with that. If you have that will to live, the will to be successful, anything that you take accountability for, I think you're going to see better, more positive results. Is your life and death in your hands? I think it's yes and no. I think there are going to be times where things are going to be you could have did something about it, and sometimes it's going to be like DJ was saying earlier. It's just going to be out of your hands. I've seen people that were old, for instance. A lot of people have had older people in their life that say, "I'm tired of living," and what do? They tell everybody goodbye, and they actually die. Right? I've seen people that say, "Look, you're going to die," and that person say, "The hell if I am, I'm going to live," and they actually beat it. And then you have some people where it's they do want to live, but it's just the odds are just stacked against them, and they just die. I think it honestly can work both ways, but I don't think we can deny that there are people that said, "Hey, I'm tired of living," and they go, and you have people that said, "No, I want to live," and they live. And even with the doctors and people giving them credit, it was crazy how I remember everybody was talking about that woman who was brain dead, right? And they said they was keeping her alive to give birth to that child. But then remember, AIM came in the room and we did the research. And actually, if you watch, see how many times they misdiagnose someone as being brain dead, it's crazy, man. Even with the doctor, oh, you're going to die. People that believe it, you see them deteriorate faster. Even the people that don't believe the doctor and have the will to live, they might die, but I don't think they deteriorate as quickly, or they at least don't look that way. They at least, even if they die, they still lived their life and took full advantage and used their time the way they were supposed to be. So I think taking accountability, you're always going to get a better result that way.
I agree with that. And I think if we connect the dots, if we, like right now, if I was on my deathbed, let's just say from cancer, bruh, I know what I did, bruh. And I know what I could have did differently, bruh. And that shit is on me. And that's why I'm here and I'm about to fucking, it's almost over. Right? Like I know that. So for me, it's shit. If I get in the car and I'm like, yo, word, let me blast this and drive 120 miles an hour, bro, I know what could happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's so many things. There's so many ways we can connect it back to ourselves. So knowing that, you get what I'm saying? If you don't give nobody more credit than you give yourself, don't seek validation for anybody outside of yourself over yourself because it's dangerous. You give doctors more power, they have control of your life. You give your family more power, they have control of your life. You have to have the power. Can't nobody diagnose you with shit. If somebody came to your house with a package that you didn't want to fucking accept, you would not sign for it. So why the fuck are you signing for some diagnosis or some fucking shit and accepting some shit? You don't have to. It's your choice. But if you think life just happens to you and death is just something out of your control, then it can just happen. But at the end of the day, if you really look at it, you honest with yourself, it never just happens. It's something you chose and something you finally accepted, even when it was knocking on your door and you had time left to prevent it. Something you accepted.
I have to agree to disagree with that one. You said 120 miles. Who is going 120 miles per
Crazy
hour?
pants people like crazy dance.
Uh,
I've done it.
I don't like motorcycles, so that's why I say like I don't like motorcycles at all. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I understand, but
Yeah,
I don't like.
120 is not fast on a motorcycle at all.
But
I was going like
120
160.
is fast
120
enough.
not fast in a car.
It's fast enough to put you as a vegetable, because I've seen it for myself,
I believe it. And mind you,
and it's not
go
the
ahead.
best feeling.
That was literally on their deathbed and such was coming from Cali, whether it was their child, their sister, their whatever the fuck, and they held on till they got there and was able to hug and kiss them. Then they closed their eyes and that shit said beep. What?
Yup,
Come
yup,
on,
yup,
y'all.
yup.
No,
I know somebody who did just
no,
that.
I
I
seen
told somebody did just that.
a child had choked on a pineapple. I didn't even think a pineapple was dangerous. It was a pineapple. Another child came in for a mango. I never thought mangoes and pineapples would be so dangerous. But that whole traveling 120 miles per hour going with pineapple, I didn't know fruit was dangerous. I didn't know driving was dangerous. But it's dangerous. You don't think things are dangerous until you're the one that has to be up in there. It's a code going on. You don't think it's dangerous until it's a code going on. You think things don't affect people the way they affect people until it actually affects people. And it's like now it's like, oh, it's a fruit. Oh, you're just driving down the street, you making a U-turn. It affects people.
I'm
Like
gonna
I
be
didn't think
honest though,
that.
sis. I'm gonna be honest. Hear me out, because you said you didn't think a fruit was dangerous. I think, and now mind you, you'll see some things affect people in ways that it doesn't affect others. I want y'all to look this up so y'all know I'm not bullshitting you. There was a time back in the day, like our parents and our parents, motherfuckers was smoking 3, 4, 5 packs of cigarettes a day. Wasn't no cancer, wasn't no niggas leaving up out of here, none of that shit. Look at when the very first commercial aired about don't smoke, smoking causes cancer. That's when this shit began. I'm telling you, whatever you accept or program into your brain as your reality is what it will fucking be. Somebody, and this is why I don't put it on kids, because kids are not accountable for themselves. And that's why I don't even want to touch the topic of kids. But adults, bruh, it comes a point where you know better, you got to do better. And a lot of us are doing shit. This is my thing. I think you could smoke fucking 50 packs of cigarettes a day. I think you could drink gallons of alcohol. And mind you, we've seen people drink motherfuckers under the table, and we've seen people take 3 drinks and fucking have to go in to get their stomach pumped, right? Being that that's the case, that motherfucker that's drinking gallons, they don't have the same mental that the person that, right? They don't think they're gonna die from that. They don't think that's gonna take them out. Their mindset is not there. All I'm gonna say is you could drink gallons of alcohol, You could do crack. You could fucking smoke mad cigarettes. You could drive 120 miles an hour. You could do whatever you want. As long as you don't genuinely fucking believe that that shit is gonna kill you, it won't. But the second you allow anything to penetrate your mindset, it's over. I'm letting you know. If you think smoking causes cancer and then you put that shit to your mouth and you inhale, you're gonna be out of here from cancer. Guaranteed, no questions asked.
Kelly, you know what's so funny about life? They did a news report on him. One of the oldest black man was, I think he lived to be maybe 113 or 14, Vietnam vet, and all he did was he ate ice cream, drank scotch, and smoked cigars every day. They was asking him what he did to live so long. He said, I don't do anything. He said, I just do what I want to do. Still was driving his car and had a little girlfriend and everything. Not a little girlfriend. She was
Wow.
like, she was younger than him, but she's probably like 89. You know what I'm saying? To him, he was dating the young
Young
tenderoni.
tenderoni.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest. I
Yeah, to
think we
him.
see examples of it every day. Don't y'all know? For example, you got overweight women, right? Like severely overweight, and then you got skinny women. Here's the main difference that I hear with the two of them: skinny bitches and skinny men. They say shit like, "I just can't gain weight. It don't matter what I eat." You got a skinny nigga weighing 145, 6 feet, eating plates of food, not a pound on him. But then you got a fat girl, like really severely fat, eating two slices of cake, talking about this is gonna go straight to my hips, this is gonna go straight to my stomach. And what does it do? Whatever you
Straight to them
believe
hips.
is what will be, bruh. You can't
What
tell
a
me
moment
that's not
on the
true.
lips is forever on the hips. So that's like you are absolutely right when I say moment on the lips, forever on the hips.
Whatever
So
you choose to believe is
yes,
what it's
so
gonna
when it
be.
comes to that, like the healthiest people are the people that do not go to the hospital. They don't go to the hospital. They don't go seeking problems. In my time of chemistry, what I have figured out is the people that don't go looking for stuff, they will not find stuff out. And they are perfectly healthy. It's like you don't go looking for it. Don't go look for it. You can smoke all you want to smoke. You can drink all you want to drink. You can eat all you want to eat. But the whole point when you go searching for problems, that's when things start getting messed up. That's when things start getting messed because now you're aware of the problem. Now you're worried about it. Now your mind and your neurons and all that is focused on that thing. And it's like stop being focused on that thing. It's okay. Like that's stop being focused on that problem. Once you're aware of the problem, now it's a problem. It wasn't a problem before when you was doing it. So put your energy towards something else. Look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm skinny every day. Put yourself, you're not skinny. I can see you not skinny. You breaking the weight scale. But if you tell yourself every day, hey, I'm skinny, you're going to start being skinny and you're going to be perfectly fine. If you tell yourself, hey, I'm not getting cancer, you will not get cancer. But the moment you go start searching for cancer, now you're going to get cancer. I'll
But
let
that's
you
the
plan.
setup in life as a whole. Like, so I tell people this all the time. So many things in this life is set up as a front, as something that's going to help us, but it's designed as something that's going to permanently fuck us up. For example, I tell people all the time, AA meetings, bro. If a person drinks alcohol, that don't have to be an identity. That's insane. They have people sitting in a circle. Somebody stands up and says, "Hi, my name is such and such, and I am," the most powerful shit you can say and accept anything. "I am an alcoholic." What? And then the people in the circle acknowledge that and acknowledge that as your fucking identity, what you have and will. Why you think them man, let me tell you something. If they wanted to help admittance and all that dumb shit, no, 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 no. You could move forward. Anything you say is what will be. Whatever you believe and whatever you act on. It ain't as deep as motherfuckers make it out to be, but a lot of shit is set up to fuck us up. And the quicker you can see the traps, the better off you'll be.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Nah, that's why I said what I
What's
said
up,
earlier. Like,
Arcot?
just to relate it to myself. Like, I was like, bro, like, I I'm sorry if if it got taken fucked up or whatever, but I genuinely believe that. And I know people be like, oh well, it's where you got shot and blah blah blah. I know two niggas personally that got shot in the head, and one of them is still alive. The other one lived for like 6 years after that. So it's like I don't I don't think so, bro. I think that that shit is a choice a lot more than what people think it is. Everything.
But where is he at now?
Shit, at home probably smoking.
Oh, you don't. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't talk to
No,
him
I
like
hear
that.
what y'all saying as far as like shit, the decisions we fucking make. But some shit is a little beyond our control. We have to be accountable.
Yeah, I'm always speaking on adults for me. You know I'm not speaking about kids.
Yeah, nah, I don't. I don't speak towards kids neither. I just keep it on the adults too. That's why I was like, man, look, it is what it is.
But when you talk to somebody and you deliver a type of reference, you got to make sure you delivering the reference towards the adults because the kids don't. The kids are safe by all means. I fight people for kids. I'm all for the kids. All for them children. Protect the children at all means. But when you talk about adult references, refer it to the adults. So it's like, why are you not talking to them no more? Now we got to do a deep dive. Like, why is you not talking? Was it something on your end or something on his end?
Yeah, the only time I talk about kids, like I talk about myself. Like
No, we wasn't talking to you. No, we was
I
talking to
swear.
T. Is it something on
Oh, not
his
even.
Well, well,
end?
Well, I'm just saying. Hold on. I'm saying for me, I know for a fact I was the fastest swimmer out of millions. No, seriously, think about that.
nah, we all
You
was,
was
nigga.
the fastest swimmer out of millions. You couldn't even. You could have not even been here. Think about that. Like your life was on the line the minute you shot out. It's just amazing to me. I don't know why. Like I don't think people think about that.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Yo, you came out. You wasn't playing. Everybody else being lazy. Hey, I know where I'm going. Left, right, left, round the round the curve. Boom, I'm there. And then look, you here now.
Nah, that's what
Some
was
went left, right, left, but they was in a sock, so it wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah.
No, I meant
or on the back.
I have to admit that there were times where I could have been involved in my own demise, and sometimes I was put in danger that I was not really sure that I would make it out, or didn't even know that I was in danger. And that only happened like 3 times. So I think, yeah. And now I'm looking back on it, I realized there were certain things in those situations that if I did differently, it could have like prevented certain things, but luckily I was able to survive that.
What was the question though to me? 'Cause I wanted to answer.
Oh, me.
Diabolical, don't do that. Go back to T.
What? No, T was saying what was the question you was asking him? What did T? What did you talk about? You talking about the 120 miles per hour?
Nah, shit. I was talking about when I got shot
Oh yeah.
and how I did not think I was gonna die. I didn't put it in my head that I was finna die. I wasn't sitting there like, well, I wasn't sitting at all. I was laying, but I wasn't laying there like, oh shit, is this it? Like it's over with. I was. That's not what was in my head at all. I was just like, oh fuck, I'm hit. Let me try to get the fuck up. That's what I was thinking about. I wasn't sitting there like, oh well, here we go. This is the end.
So, can I ask you a question? How would like in that situation?
No, you cannot ask a question.
Anyways, T, if it's okay, if I may ask you a question or not,
You guys,
any harm to you.
they was trying to kill everybody. I was outside with my homies, so I was a target, just as much of a target as everybody else that was out there. I'm just the one that got hit.
Oh, okay. In your mindset, do you think there was something that you could have done to prevent that?
Yeah, not go outside.
Exactly. Okay.
Let me ask a question because I was having
What's
this
Kelly's
conversation.
point though?
Uh,
You said what, Remy?
Though, my bad, Mimi. Go ahead.
Hey,
no, I want to ask because I was having a conversation with my client, and he's a younger dude, and I was having a conversation with him, and he was like, he felt very insecure. I didn't know that COVID affected these kids the way we don't think it affected the kids, but it affected the kids. So when I say kids, I mean the children that are now adults. They're 18 right now. So he was like, he was going through a whole situation where he felt like he was overweight. He lost weight. He's a lovely looking young man. Lovely looking young man. I was like, I don't understand what you're struggling with. He was like, yeah, I was talking to a girl and the girl is beautiful. He showed me the girl. She's beautiful. And I'm like, what are you going through? He was like, well, I have a problem talking to her. I was like, what's the problem? What you talking to her? He was like, well, I'm trying to send her, I'm trying to let her know that I'm interested. And I guess she's talking to other people and other men when I say that. She's talking to other men. So he was struggling. And I was struggling with how to tell him, like, you okay? Like, you a nice looking man without being, negative or positive about it. But he was just like, you're a nice looking man. He's like, yeah, I lost a lot of weight because of COVID.
What if I told you I watch
I didn't
Pornhub?
know COVID affected these kids the way they affected the
I watch.
kids. Oh, what happened?
no, go ahead.
No, no, it affected the kids. I didn't know it affected them that much, in my perspective. I didn't know that. But what he had shared with me today was it affected them. Like he felt like like I lost a lot of weight, and now I was wondering how my homeboys got phone numbers prior to me getting phone numbers, and I didn't have an answer for him. And I was like, I can't say nothing. I was like, I just don't
Confidence,
know. I
confidence,
don't know what to tell you.
confidence.
I
Right.
tried to
And
tell
if
him
he know
that,
he
but
I
he's
know
like,
a
it's not
nigga.
confidence. He
I
said it's not confidence.
It is confidence, and I'm gonna tell you why. He felt like he had to lose that weight to even take the first step. I know niggas this 500 pounds, and you will be surprised at the women that they fucking with. So it's just it's confidence. That's all it take. He don't know how to. For him to feel like he had to lose that weight, that shows he got insecurities within himself. He need to figure that out and then go from there. It ain't really shit you could do to help him. That's a him problem.
yes, it is. She could teach him to be that nigga. You always that
You
nigga.
can't, but Remy, you can't teach that shit. That shit either in the motherfucker or it's not. You can't like it's they have to want to do. They have to want to be that. And if you want it bad enough, he would have been working on that to begin with. That's a him part. You can't help that shit.
But also, these kids are growing up different, right? Like, I don't know how old y'all are, but I'm an '80s baby, so we used to go to the mall with just sticky pads and a pen. And if I ask 10 girls for their number, I'm leaving out there with at least one or two, right? But in this new generation, it's online, right? So that anxiety really hits. right? Because the social construct is no longer there. Now it's like, your followers or your fans or your social media, whatever it is, right? Like, so it does affect some of these people who are, like she said, he lost weight, he looks like a good young gentleman and stuff, whatever it was. Like, but again, they don't have that outside, right? They're not outside. They don't got scraped knees anymore. You know what I'm saying? They don't know about the street lights. So when you got to rush home when the street lights come on. So we have a new generation with these millennials that are becoming adults and they're growing up in the tech industry and stuff, to where they didn't have that before. To where we knew like I had a pager, right? And I also knew like my best friend's home number, and then his cousins, his sister, wherever he was, I knew their number to find out where he was. We also had bikes outside to see, oh, this is where everybody is. We're gonna pull up on there. So I don't think it's not only, yes, it is a confidence issue, but it's this new generation of how they're being taught.
Yo ho, all hands, hoist the color.
I don't know what that was about, but yeah, nah, I don't know. I don't know. Even some of the younger dudes I see now that's growing up through that shit. I got a little cousin DA. It's in him to already be confident and shit. So I can't just blame COVID and the internet. I mean, I think that's still a them problem.
Let me ask y'all a quick question. At what point do you think people become accountable? What age?
I don't think some people ever do. I think it's always something.
Actually are accountable? Because again, I don't think kids are accountable for themselves. So like, what point, what age, or what has to happen, or what at what point is somebody accountable for what happens to them?
Well, some psychologists will argue that you know your morals, right? You're right from wrong by the age of 8. Some will also say that you don't know your morals until you're 12. So it comes to this weird sticky road to where it's like, okay, well, you know right from wrong, but are you implementing it, right? Or do you not really learn it because you grew up in a situation that's like off the wild, right? Like we all well, I don't know, can't speak for all of y'all, but I grew up in situations to where it was really wild, to where I thought I knew right from wrong, and then I turned 12, and then I turned 19, and joined the military, and then come back home, and then I realized, okay, some of this was right, some of this is wrong. So I don't believe there's an exact age. I believe it's an epiphany if somebody wants to do better.
Where did you get these statistics from? Wait, statistics, statistics from? Where you get 8 and 12 from? 8 and 12, Slug.
The
Where did you get 8 and
Vanderbilt, the
12 from?
Vanderbilt, uh,
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt
You wasn't.
University. That
No, you wasn't. No. Were you actually in those? How does an 8 and 12-year-old be accountable for what they have been through?
I'm not
Do
saying
you,
they're accountable. I'm not saying they're accountable. I'm saying they know the moral code. Like right from
what
wrong.
is the
Like
moral code? Why does an 8 and 12-year-old know what a moral code is? What is the moral code? You
oh,
explain it to me.
okay, so basically, did you run around with scissors? Did you touch your parents' guns? No, probably not. Maybe you did, but you knew not to get in that stranger's car, right?
Stranger's car. What is the moral code? No, tell it to me. Explain it to me like a 2-year-old.
Okay, a moral code is something that you learn from your values in the family and your upbringing. Therefore, you understand what's right and what's wrong based on your upbringing. That is your moral code. That cannot really
And what is
change.
the moral code?
I just told you that moral code is based on,
Specifically for an eight year
ma'am,
old. Now I'm going from 2 all the way to 8. Explain it to me.
ma'am, ma'am, I just said
No,
that
no,
that comes down
explain it
to
to
where
me.
you,
It's not carrying around no scissors. It's not, we're not
Getting
going
it,
to do that
Mimi.
game.
He's,
No,
he's, he's not
explain it to
getting
me.
it, Mimi. He's not getting it, Mimi. You gotta push back. He's not seeing it. He's literally not seeing it. But yeah, go on ahead, Mimi. I mean, I'm not a native, but guys, thank you for pulling me up. This is exactly the subject that I am interested. in learning from you guys because America is ahead of the Netherlands, and I have found this beautiful book um, at a yard sale. Emotional Intelligence. Daniel Goleman wrote it in 1994 from America for the Netherlands. Guys, be careful. Societal collapse is going to be effect in the Netherlands because you guys are tiny, we're huge. Don't do what we did. But
No, you're
the
art. No, I'm gonna cut you off, teacher. I'm so sorry.
sorry.
I'm gonna
Oh
cut
yeah,
you
yeah.
off. But Slug,
Thank
explain it to me. Like a 13-year-old would know. We know not to carry because you carry scissors, this, that, and the third. We understand that. But explain it to me how you're going to protect yourself. No, explain it to me moving forward. I would love to be enlightened on this subject. Please explain it to me
Okay,
and
maybe
make it make sense.
okay, maybe so you went from talking about the moral code to where 13-year-olds have to learn how to protect themselves. No, you said you're talking about how to protect yourself. So which one is it?
Moral codes. So moral codes. That's what I'm focused on.
Okay,
So
so
explain the moral codes
moral
according
codes.
to your age.
Okay, moral code society sees is about how you did things, right? So it's like, okay, well, if my family did this, my dad wasn't here, my mother wasn't here, or I saw this and this and this, that becomes your moral code. And anything you learn from your parents, you either accept it or reject it. Okay. Like, so at that point, there's a certain point, that epiphany, that aha moment, okay, to where people become themselves, right? Like maybe you didn't like listening to certain music or watching certain movies that your parents enforced on you, right? But you come to your own person and you say, hey, you know what? I don't like that. I'm going to do this. Or I don't like that. That's what that moral code is. So at 13, you know what you like, you know what you don't like, right? But also you know that your upbringing
No,
is, and
that's
that's
not
perception.
right. That's
Okay.
what you assume that's right. Stop saying right. That's what you assume that's right. So what you assume is right for you.
Exactly.
But you
That's
don't
their
know what's right for
individual.
everyone
I'm not
else.
saying that.
No, that's the age that you're giving as a moral code for everyone else. But carry on.
Yeah, moral code is a set of personal beliefs. You can't really assign it. Um, I guess you could assign it to a kid, but you would have to allow for things that you might see as right or wrong, right? Because as a kid, there's certain things you're gonna think is right because to a kid it seems right. Some things seem wrong as a kid. To a kid, it seems wrong. So that's gonna shift over time, but you can't add too much accountability. You can't add accountability to younger people because they've not yet learned to regulate their hormones, their emotions. They haven't experienced enough in life to really gauge, to stick that on them. So I don't know how you would put it. I mean, you could teach a 8-year-old all day long right from wrong. They're still not going to be able to regulate it. They're just not accountable at that age.
That's a good question.
I'm
I
coming
just
from you as a person. No, I'm coming from a person that was raised as a Jehovah Witness.
oh,
I was raised as a Jehovah Witness. So the moral code to me speaks at 18 years old. So you're talking about 13. What does 13 mean? 13 means they don't know no better. Because I didn't know no better. So when you say 18, that's I'm thinking of 18, you're grown and you know better and you do better. But if you wasn't shown better, then you're not going to walk better. So what moral code are you talking about? Because you can't just say moral code and think that it applies to everyone. So who are you talking to when you say that? So is that moral code based off of your beliefs or everyone's belief? Because you don't know everyone. And if you're for everyone, then you're for everyone in the streets. And if you're a street person, then I don't want no parts. Because I haven't been in the streets. So who are you talking to when you say that? because your 13 is my 18. Your 12 is my 17. So who are you talking to when you talk about this?
Okay,
That's what I'm
so
trying to
okay,
understand.
like I said, I'm
So
basically,
make it make sense.
yeah, and I'm sorry, like I'm agreeing with you on that because, like you said, you grew up this way, so you were Jehovah's Witness until you were 18 or what you said, right? That's valuable. That's a great point because I'm saying that your perception, right? Your perception of right or wrong is enabled into it. You see a stimulus and then you see your reactions, right? We can't control our perception. We can control our reactions. So when you were 10 years old, were you stealing from the stores? Were you hurting animals? No, because you knew what was right from wrong at that point. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, oh, this is going universal for everyone. No, I understand it, okay? I'm just saying that there's a certain point to where you are younger than 15 years old and you have a concept, right, of what's right and wrong, the way you grew up. And again, it's not the same. That's why I say moral codes. Like right now, if I was in Africa, I would, not Africa, but let's just say that if I'm, drinking blood from an animal, right? Because that's what all I know, right? Because that's how we get our hydration. That is going to stay there. That is what it's innate to me, right? So that's what I'm going to do because that's what I know. Doesn't mean it's right or it's wrong. Absolutely not, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about what people grow up, what their experiences happen, right? Their experiences up until, like I said, Vanderbilt University did a report from to where 8, some psychologists argued it until 12 with the psychiatrists involved. So therapists and psychiatrists are at this weird point right now to where they're saying that these ages are the ones to where you know what's right and what's wrong. So I'm not telling you that you're right or you're wrong at all. Like I agree what you're saying. You grew up this way. I grew up this way, right? Like I know. Like we have total different backgrounds, total different perceptions, right? Like we know that. Some people will see a car accident or somebody being robbed and they'll pull phones out, they'll cry, they'll scream, they'll run away, right? Because they grew up in a violent home or they grew up with weapons around or they didn't and they don't know how to react, right? Like, so that's what I'm saying is that it's not about a moral code. I'm just saying that
Stop
it's
saying the word right and stop saying it right. Because no right. Just say you understand where I'm coming from and allow me to answer that question. Don't say right. Because that's your right is my left. So don't say right every
Mimi,
single
be
time you're
nice
saying
to
right.
that man.
No, just say no. No,
I
What
no,
up,
thought
keep
you was her.
going.
LFA?
Keep going.
But I said I thought you was his mama for a second, Mimi. Damn.
See, the
What's
problem
good,
is
Shmaeli?
you can't
Peace to the
get
room.
down. Can any other mods please put me back to listener? That's something, an issue that I have.
Did you want to speak on the topic? Oh, I guess not.
Yeah, I don't think you can apply a moral code to younger people. They're still developing it and they're learning. They don't even realize who they are yet. Their personality, everything, their character, they're still developing. So they haven't adopted a moral code yet. That comes later on in life. So I wouldn't say children have a moral code. And if you gave children a moral code, you really couldn't whoop them or discipline them because that would be conflicting. You know, if a 10-year old did steal out the store, he wouldn't be wrong because his moral code could say, hey, you see something you like, take it. You see what I'm saying? So they don't have a moral code at that age.
You really think it's that much different when we adults?
Oh, explain, El Jefe, what you think?
Ain't his. Adults do the same thing. We just take bigger stuff, like countries and shit, people. You know what I mean? So I don't know that we change that much from kids to adults.
I think we definitely do, and this will lend credit to my point. And y'all may disagree, but that's all right. I really don't think a person is really accountable, like genuinely, until 25. And here's why: if the brain doesn't fully develop until 25, and it's the prefrontal cortex that fully develops by 25, and that controls your decision making, impulse control, emotional regulation, risk assessment, planning and prioritization, moral reasoning and empathy, delayed gratification. How are they really accountable for their lives or anything like that up to that point?
But they base a lot of it on, like, a lot of those things are based on like what you've experienced, right? Like I think that like a lot of what we come to as far as what we do, the decisions that we make, how we interpret situations is based off what we saw previously in our lives. Whether we was kids and something comes to us when a certain thing happens, or even as adults, right? Like an old relationship, you get into a new one and you think about stuff that happened before. So I think all of that is very much dependent on what you take out of those actual situations. Because one person will see the same thing a million times and keep doing it without picking up the picture. And I've seen people do that way older than 20, way older than 30, like grown ass motherfuckers that still ain't getting the picture.
I mean, but who's in control of your environment and what you see and what you deem as right and wrong and stuff like that when you're a child? It's whoever's your caregiver, it's whoever's they make those decisions, not you. So how could you be accountable for something you have zero control over?
Again, I want to double back and say I'm not saying that they have control over it. I'm saying that you know right from wrong at a certain age. That's all it is. Like you
Right?
know
You
right from
know the right and wrong that was taught to you. Somebody could have taught you this is right and it's literally wrong. And vice
Right.
versa. You know it's subjective or anything, right?
and yeah, exactly. And that's why I said that. Uh, oh, sorry. Hold on 1 second, guys.
Where does the line stop though? Where does it go from I could blame my parents because this is what I came up with to I'm a 50-year-old man and I'm still doing the same shit. Like, is that still my
25
parents' fault?
up to that point you're on your own and eh, everything's on you once you become an adult. I think 25 is a safe state to say that's an adult.
So you,
I think it's acknowledgement.
Yeah, I say it's younger than 25.
I I've been saying 25 before, but y- so y'all answers didn't change because at
I think
first
in general, it's 25 because that's when the brain fully develops. Of course, there's going to be people younger that may have matured a little
faster,
quicker, a
right?
little faster, right? The thing with younger people, they don't really understand consequences. All right. And that's really what the thing is. They really don't, like when you see these young kids and they're shooting and killing each other, they really don't understand death. They don't comprehend it fully. They just don't. Um, but I would say for somebody like, is it your parents' fault if you are a certain way? Yes. But I said acknowledgement. Once you acknowledge a problem, it is then your job to come up with a solution. So it could be your parents' fault that you don't do well when it comes to managing money because your mom spent money, your dad spent money, they never taught you how to manage your money, right? And you might be a person that you don't do well when it comes to saving money as well. But once you can acknowledge that and you can see where it comes from, you are accountable to fix it. So once you acknowledge that problem, then fine. Most people just don't get past that point. They get stuck at the acknowledgement. And they don't come up with any solutions and stuff. Like, when someone says, "Hey, I got trust issues. I just don't trust people." The minute they say, "Well, I have trust issues because of my ex that broke my heart." Now you're accountable. So when you went and you were dating your ex, what red flags did you ignore? What did you see that you thought wasn't a threat that was a threat? Now you got to start working towards a solution, and now you're accountable. You know, it's not necessarily your fault that you got your heart broken, but you got to be accountable for. You can't just keep blaming people your whole life. Once you acknowledge something, that's the end of it. You're
Still
I
accountable
think
for.
incarcerate.
even down to the heartbreak is your fault though. But that's just me. Like you chose that person. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, you didn't go through a lot of people don't go through the proper step. And I'm not trying to get into the relationship shit, but a lot of people don't go through the proper steps of actually getting to know people, vetting even their own friends, right? So when certain shit happens, it's still your fault. Your friend snaked you, that was on you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. I could be, I don't know. That's my POV as far as the age thing. I've said this 25 shit before, as far as like watching how people get stuck in their ways, and I'm happy to see everybody on board now. Because before, y'all niggas wasn't on board, but it's okay. Y'all come around as usual. T be right. I just don't be right then for y'all, I guess.
But T, you know, a lot of things be your fault though, right? Because I've noticed in my life, when I was young, it seemed like the cops always pull me over, right? The older I got, it seemed like they don't pull me over. And I look back on it as a younger person, and I realized I was wild and doing stupid stuff, causing attention to myself. But the older I got, like the older you get, that's like when you get older, that's the whole thing about even wisdom, right? The older you get, you know how to move. And so you have less issues. You just do. So we all can recognize the accountability that you have, because if you had no accountability, life wouldn't get easier for you, so to speak, right? You know how to move. It's hard the first time you fill out an application, right? Get a little easier the more you do it, right? And that's how life is, So you got to be accountable for something. If that was the case, your results would never change in life.
That's a fact.
The only reason why Diabolical went through what he went through because he was out in the streets doing what he should not have been doing, and now he want to sit up here, act like a big man, and act like he good. So I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end my mic.
You mean Shmaeli? You mean T?
I was about to say, Diabolical, you was out in the streets?
I wasn't in no, well, not really, a little bit.
I think she confused you too.
For that, though.
The hoodlum, not that one.
This one's the hoodlum. All right, Kelly. All right, Kelly.
Hey, Diabolical. Hi, Kelly.
What up,
Hey
Cotton?
Arcot.
Where you
What's up,
been?
Arcot? You know you ain't
All
speak
good.
to us.
Hey, T. What's up? Hi, Remy, Raji, Mimi. How are all of you guys doing? I've been listening for quite a bit, so I said let me come in and speak.
Good, man. How you
So
doing?
Arcot,
this
you gotta stay around Arcot, because we might have some people we might need you to look up, man. You familiar with the dark side of the web, so
like you're not.
we might need some social security numbers.
No, he was out there in the streets. I snorted. Oh my gosh. No, he was out there in the streets. Don't
Who,
don't
me?
put Diabolical past y'all. No, I know him. I know him. He been out here in the streets. Don't y'all put nothing past him.
What? I want to know. I'm a good guy.
Oh shit, Shmelly, you was outside.
He a street nigga.
You was outside getting active, Shmelly. That's
He
what you
was
was doing.
outside getting active. I saw
Nah, nah. Good, good, wholesome Southern Christian guy.
Shmelly was outside acting like LL and in too deep. He just try to mask that shit.
Hey,
You ain't no
I,
cop, right, Jay?
you a sellout. He said, all I wanted to do was be there for you. Yo, he broke his heart, man.
You
That
ain't a
that
cop, Jay Reed. Anybody say you ain't no cop, Jay Reed?
Hey, he was hurt. He was hurt. He
yo,
loved that nigga.
all I wanted to do was be there for you.
People be, I don't think people be realizing it, but that's why people be so anti snitch. Cause it be like, bro, like that shit hurt, nigga. Like you love this nigga, bro. You went out on a mission with this nigga to help him, more than likely, and then nigga got caught and told on you, and this was your man. You done fed this nigga, clothed that nigga, helped him with all type of shit. Then he did you like that. That shit hurt, nigga. It ain't nothing. That's why I think people be. I don't think people think about it from that aspect. They just think about it like, oh, you're two dumbasses who are outside in the streets, blah blah, and that's cool, right? But I, that shit, the police don't even snitch on each other. Think about it. So I don't know. This should be weird, man. But
But
I
T, that go
understand it.
but T, that go back to like what Slug was saying. We were saying like your moral code is your own set of personal beliefs. It's gonna change from people to people, right?
100%.
So that same guy, like LL character, he really loved Jay Reed. Would have did anything for him. But he also would kill somebody. He also you know what I'm saying? He'll sell crack to somebody mama with the kids standing. Like he still was an evil guy, but he still had his own moral code that he lived by. That somebody else will look at and be like, hell nah, he wrong. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Right? And then Jay Reed, his moral code conflicted with his job. Because it broke his heart to even tell on him. Because once he got to know him and understand him,
He
he cared
yep,
about
it
him.
bothered him.
You know, so yeah. So it just that moral code gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? So
When y'all say moral code, what do y'all? Okay, you know what? Let me rephrase this to my better understanding. When y'all say moral code, what are you referring to? A moral code based off your own personal perspective,
that's the
or a
definition. A
no,
moral
no,
code
no,
is a
no?
set of personal beliefs, values, and rules that guide
Oh,
how a person decides what is right and wrong or good and bad in their behavior and decisions. It's a personal thing.
Which is right. So it's all subjective.
but hey, Remy, how you doing? I see you. But the moral code, what what is it based off of y'all own? So what is right? What is right based off? Because if somebody says something wrong to
What
you,
is right based off what you think?
okay, so what is right is do people good, do good by all means, basically. Because I'm looking at the moral codes, and it could be somebody telling a lie, like telling a lie based off of somebody else's truth to save them. But my moral code is always tell the truth at all by all means, unless it's my truth. I'm not telling my truth.
Right. So that might be right to them to do. You see what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
it's all subjective. Like for perfect example, and I give this example all the time. If somebody was to break in my house, I'm gonna kill them. I'm not calling the police until after I do what the fuck I'm finna do. But somebody else might look at that and be like, "Oh no, that's crazy. I'm gonna go and hide in my room, lock the door, and call the police." Neither one of us are wrong, but that I'm not wrong to me, and you're not wrong to you. But I may deem what you do as wrong. You may it's all subjective.
I put it to you this way, right? You have people, like seriously, you have people who do not believe in taking a life, and they would not take a life even if someone was going to take theirs. That's how strict their moral code is, right? And you have some people that don't mean nothing to them. If somebody trying to take their life, they will take theirs. Moral code is going to change from person to person. And um That's why, like before, when you saying about the young kid, a child hasn't developed that yet. So, um, but moral code is personal. The only time a moral code is a problem is, what do we call people that don't stick to their own moral code? We call them a hypocrite. That's the only thing. When someone's a hypocrite, that's when you have recognized their moral code and they go against it. For instance, on Clubhouse, you have women that say they ride and die for women. They don't like men that disrespect women. They're all about women. The minute they get mad at you, they talk about your mama, they talk about your wife, they talk about their kids. Those are hypocrites. Those are people that are contradicting their own moral code that they claim to live by. Me, I have a moral code where I don't attack kids at all. I think kids are the most unprotected. When I get mad at people, guess what I won't do? I will never say anything about your kids. Even if you say something about mine, I just won't do it because I'm not going to be a predator just because that person is a predator.
Yeah, and I can
They
just
can't
give
go.
another example about when y'all were talking about snitching earlier. Like, there's this dude named Doug Edmondson. He was 11 Bravo in 2009 when I got deployed, and this motherfucker basically was not doing what he was supposed to do. He was not the lookout, and I got stabbed in my leg and shot in my shoulder. Right, but where was that moral code that we were all taught? Right? Oh well, we had satellites up here, and I wanted to make a phone call. Like, nigga, I could have died. Damn, there did. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I talk about the moral code, it's not. It's just. I think like we gotta stop. All right, you know what? Mimi's right. We gotta stop saying moral code, right? Like that's why I go back to just what's right and wrong in your perception. We all grew up differently. Like some people make their eggs one way, some people make their eggs a different way, right? Like that's what it is. Everybody makes their chicken differently, whatever it is, right? Like so, we just gotta understand that there's a certain point to where there is an epiphany that happens to where you know, or you think you should know, to where what is going against your consciousness, it's internal, and what's proving you forward. But again, like you said, there's 10-year-olds who are shooting up schools, right? There is random people running over protesters, whatever you want to look at it in the world, right? Like there's all these things. So it comes down to just your personal beliefs and what you believe is right and wrong.
I think a lot of people hypocrites by nature though, Shmelly. Like I don't think it's like for example, right? Because we all got the right to pick and choose. I'm gonna use this as a perfect example. I would never go out of my way to cheat on any woman I'm with, right? Like if women try to get in my inbox or talk to me in public and shit like that, I ignore them. Like I'm actually, if I'm being honest with you, I'm actually kind of mean. Like outside, like when that shit happens. However, to be like, oh, for me to, that's why I stopped saying this shit. For me to be like, oh, I have never cheated. No, I have. I cheated on my ex with my wife because I was entertaining conversation, even though it wasn't nothing of sexual nature or nothing of, you know what I'm saying? I was entertaining the conversation of getting to know my wife while I was still in a relationship. And then I left my ex and got with my wife. See what I'm saying? So like I can't be like, oh, I never cheated. Ooh. Nah, I ain't gonna go out and even in that situation, I was just put around my wife. It wasn't like I went out of my way to go find her and you know what I'm saying, I was seeking that. It just happened.
As humans, we're hypocritical as a whole. We teach kids don't talk to strangers, don't go anywhere with strangers, and then when they enter kindergarten age, we send them off and say, go to the stranger who you don't know, who's going to be with your kids for 8 hours a day. It's very interesting. But we're hypocrites in every way, shape, form, or fashion. It's just the way it is. We have selective morality, selective characters trait. We're very selective, and it makes us hypocrites. But we all are in one way or another.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about selectivity because T had just said something, and this one phrase I really dislike. You see what I'm saying? Nobody sees what you're saying. They hear you. They don't see nothing. They hear what you're saying. So, you know what? Hey, Remy, how you doing? But they see what you see what you, they see what you saying. Stop it. You are not a grown adult until you can tell somebody exactly what you mean, and
Y'all,
you can
y'all see what
show
I be
them what
saying?
you're.
Y'all see what I be
Unless you can
saying
show
about
somebody what
these
you say.
females and what they be trying?
Mm.
Hey, they see what I'm saying though.
Even when we say, I think we have all kind of sayings that we never thought about. Even like, "I love you with all my heart." Your heart doesn't is an organ that doesn't have the ability to think or love or any of that shit. So yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, we say a lot of shit that don't make sense.
Oh, that phrase makes my toes curl. I hate that phrase. See what I'm saying? No, show me.
You can't.
Show me what you saying so I can see it for myself personally. Cause
I
You
other
can't.
think
than that, you gonna tell me what you saying.
You
You be
can't. You can't
cause
show
y'all been
love
all
though.
here. No, I done heard all the lies y'all been saying. Who was it? It was T. It was Slug saying it.
not the
It was
lies.
Diabolical. He got halfway in, halfway out. Rob's been pretty good
Pause.
on keeping his mouth shut. So thank God for that. But hey Remy, how you doing?
What the fuck is going on
Listen,
in
and
here?
you ain't finna keep
Yeah,
No, hold
saying
up, hold up,
everything.
hold
I'm
up. What
just
the
as
fuck is going
lost.
on? Hey, Mimi, what you a Jehovah Witness still? What's going on? What the fuck happened to you? Why the hell you going off on these on the minute head? What the fuck going on?
What I do? What went
Nothing.
halfway in
I'm
and
just
halfway out?
listening.
Pause.
What nah, you
I was
responding.
trying to figure
What
out where
we
the lie
listening to
was at.
you. I got some questions. I'm trying to interrogate your ass now. What the fuck going on?
Rajay, she talking to you. You said,
When
Remy, you gotta
Nah,
stop.
she talking to
You
you. She said
gotta stop.
Remy. She
And this
want a
is
lady. She
when
don't want
did
no
exactly
man. You can
this
tell
is
about that shit.
exactly
What the
what
fuck
I
going
be
on?
this is exactly what I be telling them. And y'all see what I be talking about.
She want a lady. She
Mhm.
don't want no man. She want you, Remy. Shit.
I don't know what happened. Like I'm trying to figure out
I'm
what I
but
was
I'm just as
halfway in and out.
lost.
You got to get out the street, Shmaeli. That's all I know. She trying to help you
Yeah.
change your life.
Yeah.
I ain't never know you was a street nigga, Shmelly. You lied to me.
I ran off
Yeah.
on the plug twice. He said calling, I ain't calling back. I gotta definitely go to Howard. That little pussy got some power.
Hey, shit. She know you though. She
I
know
told the
you.
people in here when I was water be it now, get off.
No, you didn't tell my people. See, shut up.
I don't even know what the fuck was happening, man.
Do you
I
control
heard he
that?
dissed me on his ass album.
You said what, Kelly?
No, I kind of don't know where we are. Are we going back to do you control death? Are we going to something else? Are we going to morality?
I
Where
I
we at?
was I was trying to get back to where we was just at. I just don't I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Hold on, y'all. I gotta unpack up. I'm still listening.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I uh yeah, we all do have selective morality. I think that's what the last thing that
Think
was
so
pointed out.
too.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I moved the goalposts for my friends. I moved the goalposts for my wife. If my wife stepped on a kid's shoe and the kid was like, "Fuck you, bitch! You stepped on my shoe," I'd be like, "Nigga, fuck your shoes." Like, and fuck you, little nigga. Now go get your daddy. And then when we got outside, I'll be like, "All right, I don't know why you stepped on that little nigga shoe, baby. That was crazy." But in the moment, shit, fuck that little nigga and his shoes. Shmelly consider I done been in the room when Shmelly done told bold faced lies, joking around because people are stupid. But I backed that shit up, even when I disagreed. Cause that's my
Pause.
man's. Yeah, pause. That was hold on, that was a crazy sentence. So I don't know. That's just and to me, that's right. Yo, chill out, Kelly. What else? I think it's okay for my kids to lie to strangers. They ain't gotta they can as long as they don't lie to me, shit, cool. Lie to strangers. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Fuck
see,
them.
that's what I'm saying. Is think about it. Even the parents that be like, "Hey, lying is bad. You should never lie. It's horrible." And then you go to the movie theaters and you're like, "You 12 today. Say you 12." Like that's fucking hypocritical
Right.
as fuck.
Bro, them old buffets though, like we used to go to. Like I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how old y'all are, but nigga, hey, if you 11 today, like nigga, I'm 13, but no, you get that 7.99 price instead of that 13.99 price, bro.
100%.
Well, y'all have kids y'all can lie for. I can't lie for my kids no more. My kids is my age. My kids is 18. I
And
have,
for my
I
end of
have 18
time, let
though.
some
I can't
cops
lie to
knock
them.
on my door looking for my kid. They could be right behind me. I'm like, I don't know where. I ain't speak to them in
Yeah, they be
years.
like, "That's your mama." I be like, "Yep." They be like, "That's your mama." I be like, "Yep."
Man, shit.
That's my kids. I can't lie. You can't lie for you. But it's like, so the whole thing is like, when it comes to that whole control factor, like, how much can we control at this point?
We can control a
When it
lot.
comes to our kids,
No, you cannot control that much. You try to control, but you cannot control that much.
try to clarify. Did you say when it comes to
Oh.
our kids or when it comes to ourselves?
When it comes to our kids and ourselves, because I think with ourselves, we need to be honest, because we set an example for the kids. And we can't keep on lying to the kids because it's like they gonna look they gonna
The truth.
Okay, so hold on,
I
hold on. Have you ever told your child to do what I say, not do what I do?
no.
um nah,
Hmm.
I say
You know, and they were like, do what I say, not what I do. And I'm like, word? Nigga, there's like a bunch of
But
cocaine
did that
there,
make you
right?
feel
Like,
safe though?
like
Did
I was
you
like, word? Like, nigga, wait a minute.
did they set an
Like,
example for you, or did you feel comfortable doing it afterwards?
no, and that's why I said, like, you either accept your parents' teachings or you reject them, right? Like, what did you learn from your mom or your dad about relationships? Like, that's why I talk about how you got to have those hard conversations when you're dating because you need to
So
know
when
these
I
things.
have a conversation with somebody and I tell them I never see my parents argue, people jaws reach the mouth, like reach the floor. I don't understand. I never see my parents
That's
argue.
beautiful because they kept it away from you, right? That's
Yes.
beautiful. Like, and that's why I
So
say
do
that.
as I say, not as I do, but I do as my parents say because they have done everything great. they
Mimi, we talking about the
are
same
great
shit.
examples
Hey, I
for
Like,
you
we
say the
to
talking about the
same
same
follow.
thing.
shit. Yeah, we saying the same
I,
thing.
I've
Yeah.
I've never seen. I've to be honest. Now that I think about it, I've never seen my parents argue. But also, it blows people's minds when I tell them me and my wife have never argued. I ain't never went back and forth with her about nothing at all. Any issue that we've ever had was like external. It had nothing to do with me and her directly, ever.
Yeah, nothing to do with you
I,
in home. Nothing to do with you in
exactly.
home. Exactly, right? Like, yeah, all right, you this is coworker, or we going here, like whatever. Yeah, that makes sense, man. Like,
I want to answer her question. Again, I don't want to touch the kids, but as far as ourselves as adults, I think we are 100% accountable for everything that happens to, with, or for us. 100%. And I think a lot of us don't want to admit that, but that's exactly what it is.
Because you have to
That's a
ask
fact.
that question honestly. Like, do you want your kids to see you in that type of position? I can
Oh,
ask
no, it's
that
not that I'm
myself
not
that.
being honest, it's that I have empathy.
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no, baby, not you, not you, not you. Stop. Not you. No, no, not you, baby, not you. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Don't let me start singing like Monica. Don't do that. But no, because your kids look at you as an example. Like they look at you as an example. So my kids, like they haven't seen me and their father
get into an interaction because he's locked up, one of a kind. But he's getting out in a couple months. So, but anyways, they we don't argue. And I said my parents have. I've never seen my parents argue. Now his mom is a different factor. I feel like some mothers do set an example for their children, and they come from a whore household, and that's okay for them to come from a whore household. I don't, that's how you were living. That's not how I was living, but we were in the same example, and it's okay for that. That's perfectly fine. But I don't think your children should ever see you because it end up affecting the children. And we can all say, like, how does it affect us as adults? Like, as adults, you've seen your parents argue, and now you feel like it's an unstable, toxic household. It's unstable, and it's not a very good environment to raise children in. If that makes sense, or if it doesn't make sense, please let me know. But it's just not a very great environment to raise children in, and I always wanted to raise my children in the best environment possible. So I have raised my children in a great environment. So they're finally in that in that atmosphere, which I'm very thankful for. But
I'm not gonna
a
lie.
lot of people need to start being accountable for their actions, because it does affect. People are looking up to you at the end of the day. That's what I'm trying to say. Someone is looking up to you as a role model.
Ultimately, I don't think we can. Well, I think we can, but I don't think we intentionally try to control our children's perspective. And that's the problem, right? So, since most of us are not in control of our child's or our children's perspective, at the end of the day, however they want to process it is what it's going to be. So we hear adults come on this app 40, 50 years old complaining about how their mother wasn't shit because she homeschooled them. And then we hear other motherfuckers talking about how they got bullied and beat up in school and their mother worked all the time and didn't take the time off to homeschool. So it's all about perspective. If your child chooses to have the perspective of an ungrateful, unappreciative, weirdo ass motherfucker, they gonna have nasty shit to say about you, regardless of what you do as a parent. Whether you argue in front of them, don't do the right thing. So honestly, I think as a parent, all the fuck you could do is your best. And however that child chooses to perceive it is how it's gonna be. But ain't no more, no less you could do, honestly.
I'm so proud of you, Remy. Hmm. No, pretty. I'm so sorry. That was Callie. My bad.
That's all I'm trying to do. I'm telling you, when I tell you I've done my best with my children, like I've homeschooled my children since birth. I've done my absolute best with my kids in every way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't tell my children no. I don't tell my children don't touch shit when they go in the store. I don't give a fuck if they point and pick out something that has nothing to do with nothing. If they want it, I get it. Why? Because I want them to see stuff like it, get it. There's no limit. There's nothing you can't do. There's nothing you can't have. Like I'm really going out of my way. And this whole shit could amount to nothing if they grow up and decide, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a bum. I want to get with this bum ass, nothing ass nigga and marry him and let him abuse me. And you get what I'm saying? So it's all about perspective. And hopefully they perceive it in a way that's beneficial. But if not, well, I did my best. I can rest my hat on that.
Hey, and you know what, Remy, you said it. I mean, Kelly, you said a lot. Like, because as a single father with my 12-year-old, like, I do the same thing, right? I want to give her things I never had. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's no price tags on nothing. I don't discuss, bills or anything with her. Like, her mom will say, "Oh, I can afford this or some shit." I don't do that, right? Because I want her to understand that she can just do what she needs to do to be better than me, right? We all want our kids to be better than what we did. So I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate what you just said.
You're doing your best. As long as you do your best, just be proud of that. Trust me, because the
We
shit I've heard on
appreciate
this
you,
app has
Kelly.
been so disheartening and sad. Like I've been like, oh my god, like You unappreciative, grown, old ass motherfucker still blaming your parents for some shit that happened 50 years ago. You know what I mean? So,
Man, we heard a
shit.
dude get in here and say he hates his mom because his mom is the reason he's fucked up in relationships today. And this nigga was
But
40.
he loves his dad who was never there. Never there. Just came into his life when he was like, how old was he? I don't know. But just came into his life. He loves and respects his dad, but he hates his mom. That's what I'm saying. It's all about perspective. And that shit was crazy. Like, damn, your mom was the one that. No, no.
Nigga was
My man, I wish I had that life.
and that nigga
Like I had to
Mom,
leave.
said
dad, mom,
Like
dad.
I had to leave
Remember that
Sacramento.
T?
Listen,
Mom, dad, mom, dad.
I had to leave Sacramento, California, join the military for a 20,000 sign-on bonus to give me a charger to pay for my school. Like I wish I had that type of family. Like, and that's why I'm trying to do everything I can for my daughter. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, nah, 100%. My bad. I wasn't
Oh.
laughing at you. My fucking this stupid. My homie sent me this stupid ass video talking about some how Raven Baxter went to school
Hey,
knowing
nobody
not.
cares. Let me stop.
Oh, I just wanted to improvise. I commend y'all people for doing things of that nature and no pushback whatsoever. I think people need to parent how they want to parent their children. I just I just think it's supposed to be a balance. And so I balance it out to wherever it suits them. I think consequences and repercussions are healthy. I think
Oh, nah.
me telling you when you do something and that's wrong, but hopefully, if I tell you anything else, I'm going to tell you how you can correct that mistake and then move on from that to do better. And then hopefully, by me doing that, it will come to you and you will eventually do that. And that's all I can pray for is that my kids is that I can lead by example. I'm not saying they're always going to get it right. I'm not going to, penalize them, but I'll let them know if you're asking me a question and you want to know the answer, please prepare yourself to get the real answer from me. I don't typically sugarcoat anything for my kids. I think for me, it's just like giving them an honest answer, but I am empathetic to them and I will make sure that by them understanding I still love them no matter what, and that I still expect them to do their best. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just as long as I see you putting forth effort, I'm going to support you in whatever it is that you want to do. And that's just me. But
Do y'all
I,
try to give
I
y'all kids
commend everybody.
perspective?
I have my daughter give me. Oh, I'm sorry. Pretty. Go ahead. My daughter has told me things, and I may not have agreed with it or liked it, but if she asks me for an explanation of why I did this thing or why she can't do a thing, I will sit down there and do that. Now, my mother didn't do that with me, and sometimes I would be upset about that, but me being the person I am, and I saw that and I knew something was off a little bit. I guess my interpretation was that I didn't want to do that with my kids. So I had to change the way I was programmed or the way I saw things from from my experience as a child and try to find what will work for me and my household and my children. And then that's how I did it.
I'm gonna tell you, as far as consequences go in my household, and then I'm gonna run out and I'll be right back. But as far as consequences go in my household, honestly, I'm just honest. I'm extreme. I feel like home is supposed to be a very magical, safe, dope ass place, and I bust my ass to make sure that it is, and to make sure that I feel that way. So, for example, my daughters, they like to play and fuck shit up, right? And now I could have beat their ass because I was like, clean up, and they didn't. And I was just waiting, see how long they were going. They just didn't. They just didn't give a fuck. Just made it dirtier, dirtier, dirtier. So I was like, okay. So I sat them down and said, hey, I want y'all to understand, like, mommy worked so hard, right, for y'all to have the life that y'all have and have everything that you want. And all I ask is that you just clean up when you make a mess. If you're not gonna do that, or when you don't do that after I ask you, it hurts my feelings. because it makes me feel like you're saying, I don't care about you, mommy. I don't care how hard you got to work. Work harder and clean up my mess. The next day, my shit was spotless. So you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's other ways, and like I feel like I could be vulnerable and honest with my kids. There's other ways. Like, if you give a fuck about me like I give a fuck about you, this is nothing. Get it done. And then too, I give them systems. Like, my kids are honest, they'll come to me and be like, hey, mom, I really don't want to clean up, but I also don't want you to feel bad. What is the fastest and best way I could get this done? Hey, look, take it in sections. You handle the clothes, you handle the toys, and you handle whatever trash. Boop. And he's like, oh, we got that done so fast. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But
So there's
you see how
ways, bro.
you see how you gave them perspective though by like breaking it down. And you see what I'm saying? Like they might not have thought about it that way. They might have just thought like they don't want to do it right now, so they're not gonna
But
do
it
it.
wasn't
Not.
intentional. And that's why I think we should intentionally try to steer their perspective, or and not so much just one perspective, but as adults, think about it. Think about the many people that come in here and they have one perspective and that's it, and there's no other way and there's no other option, and they speak in
Hmm.
absolutes, right? We should have and exercise and look at multiple perspectives. Shit, that's why we're on here and having conversation, because all of us have different perspectives. But if you could sit
Right.
down in your own thoughts and have multiple perspectives, where the fuck would you be?
Right. And that's what I'm
Y'all
saying.
overusing that word perspective. Now y'all making me mad.
Why are we making you
It's
mad?
called plethora of options. That's what it's called. Why are y'all overusing that word perspective? Now I'm feeling triggered.
Yeah,
I just
you
wonder
must be
what
I
she was
God or some
hope
drinking
shit.
that
tonight.
Let,
is.
what's your
I can't
perspective?
Hell,
help that
What the
is
hell
you.
going on?
I'm
What's
feeling
your
triggered.
perspective?
Why y'all keep on
Is this
overusing
Queen?
that word
Yeah,
perspective
that's what
so
I thought it
much?
was. See, I ain't gonna
Hold
lie. I'm
on,
like, what the fuck
wait.
going on?
Somebody trying no, somebody trolling. Who is on the back line?
You. So what's going on? What's your perspective on life as a Jehovah Witness? As growing up as a Jehovah Witness, what changed your life from being a Jehovah Witness to whatever you are now?
Fellowship. I'm good. I eat punani for a living, so I'm good on
We
that.
know that, but Remy. Okay, all right. Keep going. What else?
Congratulations, boo. Congratulations.
I'm good. Don't worry.
What you was drinking tonight?
Remy.
No, I was not. I was actually drinking water because I'm on the cleanse right now.
Go to bed.
Why you gotta bring me into the scenario, Raji? Come on
Can I
now.
be myself for a second? When I'm myself, then people start questioning it.
No,
Why are
yeah,
you
yeah.
on?
We
No.
recognize you. We recognize you yourself. We understand
Oh,
you.
okay. Thank
You're tipsy
you.
on some Remy.
Like,
That's cool. That's fine.
no.
Just
If
keep on
I want
going.
to drink water, I'm good. With lemon and okra, I drink okra water. A ton of it, but whatever. It's called a body reset. Okay, so let me enlighten y'all on a body reset. So when you do a body reset, what you do is you start off early in the morning. You're gonna drink you some pineapple juice. After you do some pineapple juice, this is a day after you do dragon fruit, along with this is other herb. I cannot. It's a flower. If you know the flower, you know the flower. Um, it's a Jamaican flower. So you're gonna drink that first. Then after that, the next day you do a cleanse. So that's what I'm going through. So I'm detoxing right now, and I'm on day 4. So that's what I'm going through.
So that's your perspective of, I guess, doing a detox.
Mm, it's a part of it. Would you like to go through it with me?
No, I have my way.
Okay.
What's your way of detoxing, Rajay?
I could speak on a whole lot of that shit. raw foods, uh, and I ain't talk about no animals, no Remy, not no Remy, no sexual Remy. You know what I mean? No crazy shit.
Yeah, she gonna
Uh,
detox on Remy Rogers, is what she was trying to say.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do lemon water, and then you gotta do like a water fast for about 2 or 3 days,
Man,
and you
that's some
also gotta
female
sweat it
shit,
out.
man. Cut that shit out. Leave,
No, you
leave
gotta sweat that
females
shit
doing what
out.
they think.
Do
Females and
some
men don't have
pull-ups,
the same type of detox regimen.
bro. Hit
And if
some
it is, that
pull-ups.
nigga's a
Run two
female
miles a
amongst
day,
his damn self.
bro. Run 2 miles a day. Hit some pull-ups. Like you be alright.
Yeah,
Remy,
yeah,
Remy, how
yeah.
you
No,
detox?
that
You
is
got to go
not what it
next.
is.
You got to go after
Stop.
Rajay.
Yeah, that should be whatever women do is what they do. Yeah, they can't have the same regimen as a man. It's not the same. So yeah, the benefits of things that women take in is not the same benefits men will take. So you kind of got to stick with what they stick with. You stick with what you do, me, and men stick with to what they do.
Yeah, I go. Like I said, I'll just drink water for 3 or 4 days, and then work out like I normally do. Like I got hydrogen water and shit. Like that's just what I do.
I
Hydrogen
just
water.
do.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
do
My
cocaine.
man.
That works every time.
Hey, the baggies, not the balloons. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh
Yep.
shit. Or the rubber gloves. Yeah, you
Taught me about that.
Y'all be kikiing and cockeying until y'all have to hit it from the back. Then you shut the fuck up. No.
But you like women though. All right. So no. That's how you. But no. But that's how you know they still desire a man because they gotta find man parts to fulfill whatever the fuck they trying to fulfill.
That ain't no damn man part. That's fucking
I don't
plastic.
think so,
Well,
really.
yes, you know what I meant, Remy. I'm saying it on a sober setting. I ain't saying it all for Remy. You know what I
If I could
mean?
order it off of Amazon, it don't mean nothing to me. Beats the question: do you really want male parts or you want woman parts? Because I'm just theoretically speaking. Do we have to go? Do we have to do a
Being
deep
fish and
dive?
shit.
Okay.
I enjoy women. Like, let's say I was a lesbian, so to speak, and I enjoy women, then I would not need to desire a male part for them to put on. And that's what I was thinking in the way I saw it. But nobody has to agree, and I was not being facetious. So I'll go back on mute.
Water. Diabolical water.
Y'all have a great night. I'm about to go to bed. It was such a wonderful blessing to speak to all of y'all. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a great, prosperous day tomorrow. I really look forward to not speaking to you because I'll speak to y'all in maybe 5, 6 days when I feel like it. But it was such a pleasure. I really enjoyed this conversation. It was wonderful.
How was it wonderful? But you doing all that.
Oh,
Just,
You know
likewise,
what,
just
likewise,
good
Remy?
night. Just
likewise,
good night. Just gone.
likewise.
Got my number. I'll talk to her later.
How
So
the fuck
y'all
I
have
got
a
you? Oh,
wonderful
wait a minute. Listen, sweetheart. Not to somebody else. I pass.
y'all have a good
You have a good night as well. I like being challenged and shit from my point of views and opinions. So you have a good night.
I'm the hardest person to challenge. Bless me that I'm hard to challenge.
Remy about to get a back channel.
Let me find out, really.
You about to slide in there. She kept going. Shout out Remy. It's like, all right.
She like, hey Remy, how you doing, Remy? I'm
Yo,
like, damn. I'm like, what
See,
the
I
fuck?
thought I was tripping at first, but yo, I see what the fuck I be talking about.
Damn, Remy, what you be doing to
Check
these
what's going
women?
on? What's
check
going on?
your messages. She done
What's
sent the
going
message
on? What's
already.
going on? You
What you,
got
what
you.
Remy be doing to these women?
They got a crush
Damn.
on you, Remy. They got a crush
Abort
on
mission.
you. They got a crush on you.
She was
Yeah, I'm
too.
sure she was too.
You ain't shit.
She sure was. She sure was.
She said what she
She,
do for a living.
she said she loved eating. You know what?
No veins in that. That shit horrible.
I needed that. Maybe she thought I was making a pass for you, and she was like, "But you fucking love me. You fucking love me." Like, girl, tone it down.
She was going for me and Kelly. She ain't know where she wanted to go.
Trying to be, critical of her. No, I do
She a no
not.
limit soldier. She a no limit soldier for real.
Slug pissed her off.
Did I piss her
And
off too?
diabolical.
Did I piss
And
her off
T.
too?
Yo,
All
Did
them
I
I
there.
piss
didn't
her
say
off?
nothing, man. I was just asking questions and like providing. Like she even started saying perception out of nowhere. Like, like,
This
are
is not
we?
the first time people mistake me as like insulting them or trying to
I get.
be
Listen,
critical of them. It's
listen.
weird, but I don't do those things. So I don't even know where she came up with me being offensive because I started off saying I'm not trying to be facetious. And it was just like,
No,
calm
that's like when it's
down.
like, yo, no disrespect, and then you say the most disrespectful shit a nigga's ever heard in his life, right? Like, yo, no disrespect, nigga, but you fucking up, right?
That would have been if I were to do that, but and that's not. I don't do that. So if I say I'm not trying to be facetious, I'm really not trying to be facetious because I could get rude, and you have to take me to a certain place
Yeah,
to get me to be rude. But most of the time, I'm gonna stay off from you.
yeah, no, and I get that. Like I work, I got my JD, so like I work for a litigation team at Zillow and shit. So like we had to take these tests. That's like your communication style, right? Like how are you blue, yellow, green, red, whatever, and like your communication style is like explains a lot to your coworkers and colleagues about how you like to communicate, and it kind of like stops all that shit, right? Like, all right, this person's blue or yellow or this person's red, like, whatever it is. So yeah, but I was just saying that your perception is your perception. You can change your reaction from the stimulus that happens. Like I I was an English major after the military. I went to Vanderbilt to get my psychology degree. I do forensic science. Like, but apparently that didn't matter. Oh man, life is crazy.
But she said she enjoyed our company, so we must have did something right.
And some
She
niggas said
also
they
said a
enjoyed
whole bunch of
slavery.
other
That
shit.
means they enjoyed that too.
She wasn't talking about. She wasn't talking about all us. She talking about Remy.
Yeah, she enjoyed Remy for
Oh,
sure.
you wrong, you wrong, you wrong. You so wrong.
Y'all ain't right.
She
You
was
know it's
throwing,
true. You
she was
know it's
throwing
true.
that pee to you, Remy. You can't front. She was really throwing that pee. She was doing it. She was making it known, making
It's
it known.
fail.
She trying to make a Remy me.
I see what it is.
Yeah,
Cut
she
it.
trying to make a Remy me. You know what I mean? With you, you know what I mean? Remy me. Her name
Okay,
Mimi,
all
ain't
right. Abort,
it?
abort, abort. I got it the first
Baby,
time.
I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm going to go up you and laugh.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
'Cause I was about to say a Remy sandwich, but he
Shorty can't do nothing for me.
According to her, that would be your perspective. Oh shit.
It was selective at first too. Nigga.
Right, right. Yeah, she wild, boy. Unruly and wait, people will say unruly, and she a no limit soldier for sure. 100%.
who compared her to Queen though? I was trying to
Everybody,
find out.
everybody who know who Queen is.
I've been in Queen's room. She never said nothing that struck me to where I would feel like, oh, this woman got issues. What did
Yeah,
she do?
you got to pay attention to her. She be contradicting herself a lot.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know her. I just know that I was invited and I came up and sometimes I do and sometimes I just stay and like to hear and observe before I like jump in the queue. Good.
So I wasn't the
Okay.
only one that thought. I wasn't the only one with my face, basically. Cause I'm like, what the fuck?
well, you told with the girl Mimi or with Queen? Yeah, no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. Yeah, you wasn't the only one.
Somebody was trying to tell me about Queen, but I haven't stumbled upon her when she been doing whatever she been doing. So I don't have an answer for that. But y'all know something I apparently do not know about Miss Queen.
Man, I know that was liquor. Oh, you talking about Queen? I don't know nothing about that lady. I move around.
No,
Yeah, I see
that
him
was
in some
definitely them two for
rooms.
fives. That was
I
definitely
see
them
him
two
in
for
some
fives.
rooms. Yeah, I be seeing him in some rooms. I don't say
And
nothing.
Diabolical, they be cooling.
I don't say
I
nothing.
got pinged the Queen room today because I was pinging
Hmm.
and I had made a mistake and hit her name. So I don't know if she was trying to be funny and ping me back.
So you not going in there no more? See how you be doing
Mm-mm.
stuff? You be having me going to people's
He
spaces and
said,
then
mm-mm.
now you have me going to her space and now she be picking me. You have me join her house and everything. Did I join her house? I don't even know if I joined that woman's house, but
You
still.
can still go in there.
I know I can. I'm grown, but
I got threw
still.
off one time. Motherfuckers was like, don't say nigga in my room. I don't want none of that kind of language. And motherfucker talking crazy themselves. So I just, yeah.
So
Yeah.
she was doing it too. She was talking crazy, and then she told people not to say things.
Yeah.
When I really mean, well, you can't do that. My space, we don't do it. But Illinois, anybody's space is somebody else's space, so I don't do that.
Good. That shit coming out. I wouldn't give a goddamn unless I want to be professional and then I can talk to you like this all day and we can have a nice intellectual conversation. But
Oh my God, don't do that, Remy. I wouldn't know you like that. No, I'm just playing. But Illinois, yo, if it's somebody's woman, I'm in it. Just long as you don't address me by that, B or N word, I'm good. 'Cause I have to learn to restrain myself because just because somebody's saying it doesn't mean I have to respond or, do that. But yeah, don't do that with me. I'm gonna tell you right off the bat. Call me
I don't
those
say
names.
nigga all the time anyway, so it don't even bother me.
No, but I'm saying I don't phone police. That's not my job. But I will let you know that I'm not gonna be talked about.
She got like rules about that N word, B word, H word. She'd have a rule about intelligence.
What's
she
her
say them
rule about
words. How you gonna say?
intelligence?
How you gonna tell motherfuckers not to say it and you say it?
Oh, that's very like immature and like
She cur she cursed. She just don't say the N word.
Shit.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, I've heard her curse. I mean, she
But
just
she
don't
cursed
like it
like
when
hell.
somebody say the N or the B word. That's it.
Yeah, but she do curse. But I don't. I mean, I guess she says she just don't like that word. I don't get the point to it. If you gonna cuss a lot, you might well go ahead and say the N word.
I still don't say it,
Rajay
and that's just a
friend.
personal thing for me. And I won't defer to
Shit.
nobody. I don't care how mad you get me either. I will not refer you to that. I will say other things, but I won't say that.
For me to not say the N word like how I'm doing now, I have to just not curse at all.
Okay, I respect that.
But if I start cursing, then I'm gonna say that word because it's just like another curse word.
Yeah, I understand. I just don't do it. I just feel like I'm gonna not do that. And
I
I
got a
just think
potty
I don't
mouth.
want to
Whatever the fuck come out,
refer
gonna come
people
the
to
fuck out. It's gonna come out however the fuck I want it to come out. Whatever the fuck I want it to come out. Just
that.
let the shit. What Bernie Mac say? It just sound good when it roll off my motherfucking tongue.
And
Yo,
motherfucker's an adjective.
Ghost man come in that room. She's like, you can't say the N word. He's like, all right, I'm gone.
hmm Yeah, and that's a decision that's a personal decision. Like I choose to stay here because I'm amongst people that I'm familiar with and I don't mind. I just don't take it personal. But they also know I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to, you know, address anybody with that word. That's just how I do it. But other things I like to say besides those things, I'll do it all day, every day.
Hmm. Mm-mm. Mm.
What you
My bad.
eating?
Got shrimp. I got salmon. I got some chicken,
Man, I'm pulling
corn,
salmon off the grill right now,
broccoli,
nigga.
greens.
Damn,
Wow.
where did you get all this at?
But my mom-in-law always make me a plate.
Uh-huh. You lucky.
What Biggie say? I'm the man, girlfriend.
Nah, I met up with my daughter today, my oldest, and I took her out and she had steak and shrimp. I had chicken and beef ribs and I couldn't eat it. So now I'm about to eat that shit right now. I'm hungry again. Think I'm looking good.
Yeah, this good right here.
I know it is. I'm about to like heat up my shit right now. I'm doing the same shit.
Let me see.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm pulling salmon off the grill and finna make some s'mores. Like
You
it's cold.
outside in your you outside of your house or something?
I wish I had a house. No, I work for Zillow, and let me tell you, nigga, I work for the litigation team and stuff. I can tell you inside trader information that's gonna fuck everything up. But all I'm saying is, nah, I'm on my porch, on the third floor of my apartment, and I got my fire pit, and the salmon's coming off, and I'm gonna start making more s'mores. Now, if you want to know how the housing market's gonna crash and what's gonna happen, I can help you with that. But turn the recordings off. The recordings are on.
Oh shit.
What?
Oh. Yeah. Oh, MF got a room. Be wealthy and empty or broken happy.
That's
Hmm.
the title?
Yeah.
Damn, they left your room and started a new one?
Hmm.
No, they just leave.
Oh shit.
Who just leave? Oh, I don't know. I think everybody going to sleep or something.
No, Roger, he went in another room.
Oh, so they go to other rooms, like I guess. Okay.
Yeah. If you
Oh,
want to
Remy
join the
going
house,
to.
you can join the house too. I think Remy's going to bed.
Yeah.